What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we got Starter Deck 22. We know what the cards are from Starter Deck 22, and weirdly, with one exception which makes no sense. They've gone and given us nice clear images of the cards in Starter Deck 22, and we can have a good old gander at them. Some of these we've got really good clear looks at the alternate arts as well, the bonus card versions. Some of them we weirdly don't, we've only got a few, but I can show you a look at all of them at the end and some of the specific ones as we go through here, and you know what? I think that's going to be alright by me. Sound like a plan? Excellent. Now, we've looked at the leaders before, and I say leaders because we do, of course, have a double leader going on here, but what we've got with the leader is a mono blue, which is interesting for me, being that it is a double character. And then we've got, obviously, 5,000 power, 5 life. And an activate main once per turn, you can reveal a card with Whitebeard Pirates in its type from your hand, and then you draw a card, and then you put a card on top of your deck, the card you just revealed. So essentially, you stack a card on top of your deck while drawing one to replace it. That's going to be relevant for some of the characters. And the good news is, we now know all of the characters. So let's start off with the two super rares, one of which we've got here is Izzo. And what we've got from Izzo here is a 1-cost 0 power, but you do have counter plus 1,000. And on play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, find a card that includes Whitebeard Pirates in its types other than Izzo, put it in your hand. It's your generic Whitebeard Pirate searcher for blue, okay? And then when your opponent attacks, you may trash this character to draw one and then put a card from your hand to the bottom of your deck. So, generic searcher with a little bit of, not really draw, but certainly card cycling. Add that all together, we kind of like this. We've also got ourselves an Edward Newgate. And what we've got here from the Edward Newgate character is we got ourselves 9 cost 10,000 power. We've got double attack. And we got on play, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card has Whitebeard Pirates among its types, draw 2 cards. But bearing in mind, of course, the whole leader skill here that is going to allow you to draw a card and then put a card you previously revealed on top of your deck. I mean, come on. That means it's going to be quite nice. This means it's going to work a bit, and that's going to be lovely. The other super rare that we've got in this set is Kozuki Oden, which kind of makes sense, I suppose. That'll do quite nicely. What we've got from Kozuki Oden is 7 cost, 8,000 power. And if this character would be removed from the field by one of your opponent's effects, you may instead trash 2 cards from your hand. Okay. I mean, it's not going to be ideal when your hand size just gets absolutely wrecked continually, but certainly as a little bit of a save occasionally, that could be fun. We've then got an activate main once per turn. You may rest 3 of your Don cards, return one of your other characters to your hand to set this character to active. And you know what? Yeah, honestly, that sounds pretty good to me. Because you get a second attack, any boost, any Don you've attached, whatever, they absolutely then count again. And, you know, you're bouncing a character back to your hand, but let's say you bounce back Izzo, well, you've got counter, and you've got an on-play skill, and actually, yeah, that's a character you definitely would want to bounce back to your hand. That sounds all right by me. We've got ourselves a Jozu here. 7 cost, 8,000 power, counter plus 1,000, and on play, you reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's got Whitebeard Pirates in its type, draw 2, trash 1. Okay, sounds like a plan. Again, matches in very nicely with your leader skill here, whereby you should know what's on the top of your deck, because you should have put it on top of your deck, and then, this is going to work very, very nicely indeed. You can see how these cards are working together rather nicely because, yeah, leader skill, stack your deck, take advantage of it, job's a good un. Now we got ourselves Squad, or, you know, something like that that's pronounced kind of similar. And this is a 1 cost 2k, counter plus 1,000, and activate main once per turn, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's got Whitebeard Pirates in its type, attach a rested Don to one of your leaders or characters. And again, that goes back to your leader skill. They're really playing up this leader skill here, as they should. It is, I mean, in other card games, these are referred to as theme decks rather than starter decks. This very much is a theme deck in that regard, and this sounds okay by me. It's going to work rather nicely. Now, we've got Beast coming in here as well, and Beast isn't the most exciting card here. It's just a 1-cost blocker. It's a 1-cost blue blocker. And if you're thinking, well, hang on a second, we've seen 1-cost blue blockers before. Yes, we have. We have seen 1-cost blue blockers before over with Trafalgar Law. And that was actually a starter deck card as well. That was from starter deck 3, the blue one of the very first starter decks. Well, now we've got another one. And I am totally here for it. I like 1-cost blockers. No, it's not going to stay on the field for very long. Why would it? Who cares? Because you're getting a block going on, and that sounds a-okay by me. Now, Whitey Bay is another non-vanilla character. We do, I'm afraid, have some vanilla characters. We'll get to them in a minute. But Whitey Bay here, we've got a 1-cost 1,000 power counter plus 2,000. And on your turn, on play, you may reveal 2 cards with a type, including Whitebeard Pirates in your hand. And then if you do, you give a Whitebeard Pirates leader an extra 2k boost. As a side note, you know I was talking earlier about, bouncing a character back to your hand? Yeah, this is the character you want to bounce back to your hand. Because you got counter plus 2,000, which is great. You've then got a really nice play skill. You add that all up together. This is a character you definitely want to bounce back to your hand with Kozuki Oden. So cool. Sounds good to me. The last non-vanilla character we've got coming in here is Marco. 4 cost, 5,000 power, counter plus 1,000. And we got once per turn, if this character would be KO'd by your opponent's effects, you may trash a card from your hand instead. Still seeing some mistranslations of this floating around, saying if it would be removed from the field, but it specifically says if this character would be KO'd by your opponent's effects, you may instead trash a card from your hand. And then we got when attacking, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's got Whitebeard Pirates in its types, then you give this character an extra 1,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. Beefing it up a bit. Sounds good to me. Now, we do have some vanilla characters coming in here as well, which are frankly a lot less exciting, but we need to acknowledge them because, they are here. So, we've got Elmi, 3 cost, 5,000 power, counter plus 1,000, nice vanilla character. We've got the DeCalvin brothers, who are 2 cost, 4,000 power, counter plus 1,000. We got ourselves Ao, who's a 4 cost 6,000 power counter plus 1,000. We've got Little Oars Jr., who is 5 cost 7,000 power counter plus 1,000. And then we've got ourselves Ace, which is interesting because that's also 5 cost, but it's 6,000 power counter plus 2,000 because we know there's 2 types of vanilla characters now, don't we? Excellent. Sounds like a plan. Now, in terms of your event cards here, we got 3 of those. We've got the 1 cost, take that back, take back what you said. We've got a counter, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's Whitebeard Pirates, you get a 4k bump to your leader. Again, we're going to be able to fix that. Or as a trigger, you just draw a card. We've got the 5 cost Fire Fist, not the first Fire Fist we've seen. And as a main, you can reveal 2 cards from your hand that have Whitebeard Pirates in their types. And you draw 1, and then place a character of a cost of 5 or lower to the bottom of its owner's deck. Yeah, you're drawing while removing. That sounds good. As a trigger, you put a 3 cost or lower to the bottom of its owner's deck. And then we've got the big bad 8 cost I Am Whitebeard. And if your leader has Whitebeard Pirates in his types, then you play an Edward Newgate from your hand, and we have some more than 8 cost Newgate, and then add the top or bottom card of your life to your hand, and give your leader a 2k bump until the end of your opponent's next turn. Okay, sounds pretty nice to me. Those are all the cards from the deck, and it's a deck I'm starting to get just a little bit excited about. I think there's quite a lot here that we can look at and go, hang on a second, that's a little bit spicy. Here's a nice advert for the deck. I really like how these Japanese adverts look. They are very cool. But here is a recommended deck list that was given out on the official channel as well. And it's got, for instance, the 10-cost Newgate that we've seen previously. It's got that 5-cost Ace that we've had before. We're adding in a few other cards while also keeping some of the cards from the deck. So there we go. That's what you need to know. That's the deck. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Which cards do you like? Go nuts! But be nice, would ya? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching What's He Plays.